Alright lads, notice in the description I have it down, hashtag Throwback Thursday. Reason is, we're going audio for this one. Not because I want to, just because the lighting in my living room where I used to record all my videos, I was working with 2 lights for a while, now I'm only working with 1. I'm going to get a bulb after work for it, and it just looked horrific. It just looked horrific. It just looked ridiculous. So I need the lighting right, otherwise there's no point in me going on camera. So we're doing an audio just this once, be fixed later, and I have a spare video recorded anyway that the lighting was fine on, so you'll have that as well. But for the time being, we're doing audio just for today, a little throwback. You see some snippets of Ireland. I know some people love seeing them. They love seeing like the roads in Ireland and the cities in Ireland. I'm used to them, but I know a lot of people aren't, because most of the people who listen to my videos aren't from Ireland. They're from all over the world. They're from Philippines, UK, America. So anyway, we get into this, right? So this day last week, it was announced that Canelo was a free agent. He had, departed from Golden Boy Oscar De La Hoya DAZN, and he was targeting a fight on December 19th with Callum. Now, I don't doubt for a second, I said in my video, I was like, I don't doubt for a second we'll see Canelo in December, right? I think that it's likely we will now that he's a free agent. But I just was like, Callum, I just couldn't see it. I was just like, I don't know why. I was like, I can't see that for whatever reason. I'm like, I can't see that fight happening. I don't know why. I just was like, nah, man, I can't see that fight happening. Well, that fight was actually put up on BoxRec, believe it or not. But now it appears that it is dead in the water. It's a write-off. It ain't happening. But I'm going to quote this Twitter article here. This is according to ESPN NMX. It says, Canelo Alvarez and Callum Smith have reportedly reached an agreement to fight in December. It's claimed the bout is being eyed for the AT&T Stadium in Texas. Exact date not confirmed, but likely December 18th or 19th. Lads, Callum Smith versus Canelo. What do we think of that? Yeah, it's interesting. They were the names in question. Billy Joe and Callum Smith since the start of the year as Canelo's opponent in May. Obviously, we know what happened. Things have been the way they are. Callum Smith, we've heard absolutely zilch from him, in the last couple of months. I know Joe Gallagher and Eddie Hearn are at loggerheads. They're not exactly best buddies now at the minute. And Joe Gallagher, look, I've criticised Joe Gallagher as a trainer for having a bit of a one-dimensional style and for letting his fighters take a bit of a beating. As a manager, he can be criticised as well. Everyone can be criticised, irrespective of who they are, what they've done. When I see things that I think are a bit silly, I just have to say, nah, man. And Joe Gallagher and Eddie Hearn are at loggerheads but Gallagher wants what's best for his fighters. I respect that, but he's looking at fighters who've done, they've done things, but they've not done anything to warrant the level Gallagher is putting them at. And it's like Callum Smith getting a career high payday. This was going back in February when they were talking about Smith versus Canelo, and it was like, we need more than this, we need this. It's like, mate, Canelo is the A-side with everyone he fights, irrespective of what you might think. You have to accept that. You might not like it, but you just have to put ego aside. So obviously it looks like that's being done now. This is a decent fight. I'm definitely favouring Canelo Alvarez in this fight, 100%. Might even stop Callum Smith. Callum Smith, this inactivity, right? It's been a year since he would have fought. Callum Smith, I think it's more so the weight with Callum Smith. He is a flipping cruiserweight, Callum Smith. And, he was back about 5 years ago, people were saying, will it be long before he moved to light heavyweight? And he was like, no. So he was struggling then. He is going to he's huge. So I think the weight is going to be an issue. Callum Smith is he's not the slowest super middleweight in the world, but compared to Canelo, he's as slow as molasses, all right? He does struggle with movement. We've seen that with John Ryder, who was able to slip underneath Callum Smith's punches, pin up against the rope. For my money, John Ryder beat Callum Smith, didn't get the decision. And I just think Canelo could replicate what John Ryder did and replicate it even better than John Ryder did. And he hits harder. He's just a better fighter. He's pound for pound, in my opinion, #1 in the world. So if this fight gets made, and obviously if it's in AT&T Stadium, they will have fans in attendance, which is great for all of us watching. I love seeing the fans back in attendance. I like seeing boxing, but I hate seeing it behind closed doors. I like the atmosphere from the fans. So that's all good. If this fight happens, I'm all good with it. It seems like a good way to end the year. I hope we see this fight. I can see this fight more likely happening than, obviously Callum is dead in the water, but I could see this fight more so than I could see the Plant fight, if you know what I mean. So yeah, those are my thoughts on this. I don't want to drag this video out too long. I'm going to cut it short here. Let me know your thoughts on this. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the audio. I mean, obviously, I'm going to run King of Ripped Jeans still in this, but you won't see them. Take my word for it. They're ripped. Take my word for it. And obviously, smash the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe, of course, if you're new to the channel. Hashtag G-Mans rocks, people. Hashtag King of Ripped Jeans. All that good stuff. I'll talk to you people. Peace.